My name is Nora Giles Moses. We're in the home of Giles, and today's date is June the 27th, 2010. And to God be the glory. We are so honored to have my father, who have given his consent to do this video with us, and he's going to tell us about his family. We're going to start out letting him introduce himself. He can tell us his name, when he was born, his wife's name, when she died, and his children's name.
Well, this is Giles, 1012 North Norwood Street. My wife's name was Mary Giles, but she passed on in 1999, November the 9th. So that leaves me by myself. I don't folks still with them, but I mean, by myself. Don't have no wife, so I'm here in home by myself. My daughter's here, Nora Moses. She up to see after me.
How many children do you have, living
So
children?
I got living children. I got 2 boys and 2 girls. The oldest girl is named Josephine Ruff, and a lot of things in California. She got about 9 children. And my next oldest son, he's in Los Angeles. We got 4 children, those 2 grandchildren. And also my daughter, Josephine, got a host of grandchildren. So they're out there in Los Angeles, California. And Nora Moses is here and with me now, but she lives in Maumelle, Arkansas. And I got a son live in Oklahoma City, which is with Ray Giles, which he have 1 daughter. And that's about it, I guess.
All right. Well, I have 3 living children and 1 deceased son. I have a son, Bill Moses Jr., who lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Victor Moses and his family, who live in Houston, Texas. And I have a daughter who's in graduate school. She's working on her PhD at Michigan State in East Lansing. And I have 1 deceased son, Valen Moses, who's been dead about 2 years. And at this time, I would like for my father to tell you who his parents were.
Well, my parents was Alfred Giles and
Junior.
Alfred Giles Jr. I said, call his father's name Alfred. And I had Shaw Giles with my mother.
Can you remember when your father was born?
My father was born
1875?
1875.
And do you remember when he died?
He died November the 9th.
1967?
1967.
All right. And what was his denomination? What was his church affiliation?
Methodist.
Okay. And what was your mother's name? And when was she born and when did she die?
She died in 1924. I just can't remember the year she was born, not right at this time, but I remember when she died in 1924.
All right, she was, you were 5 when she died.
5 years old.
And you said she was 41 when she died. And so if you were 5 and you were born in 1919, so I believe we'll estimate that she was born in 1883. Now, do you remember where your parents were born?
Well, they were born in Mississippi.
Macon, Mississippi?
Macon, Mississippi.
All right. And what was the occupations of your father?
My father worked on the railroad in the early part of his life. And later, when he got old, he moved to Arkansas and he farmed with a farmer.
All right. Now, how many of the children were born in Arkansas out of your brothers and sisters? Which ones were born in Arkansas?
Nora and Freddie and myself and Andrew and AJ born in Arkansas.
All right. Do you remember your grandparents? Do you remember, before I get to your grandparents, what can you tell us about your father? Tell us something good that you can remember about your father.
Well, my father was a real, I say, a smart man. He loved to work. He loved to raise fruits and vegetables, sweet potatoes and peas, and even popcorn and peanuts. He believed in raising that kind of stuff. And that gave us a job of hobbing peanuts and popcorn, digging for sweet potatoes. We had a great job. He loved to raise vegetables, peas, corn, stuff like that.
Well, did you tell me he was a strict disciplinarian?
Yeah, he was.
He wanted to use that belt all the time,
Oh,
didn't
yeah, he'll do that now. If you get out of line, he had something to put you back in line.
All right. Okay, because I know he wanted to use it on me. Amen. All right, what can you tell us about your mother? Do you remember your mother?
My mother was a sweet, loving lady. I was 5 years old when she passed, but I can remember when I used to bring in the stove wood for her to cook, and she would tell me how smart I was. Say, you really smart boy. Said, you bring Mama in some good wood to cook with. So she would always like to brag on her children and encourage them, you know. I can remember that much about her.
All right. And what was her church affiliation?
Well, she was a Baptist.
All right. All right. Now, who were your father's parents?
Father's parents was Hattie and Alfred Giles. Alfred Giles Sr. got my father named after Alfred, his father.
All right. Now, you told me you did not remember your grandfather, your father's father, but you did know your father's mother. What could you tell us about Hattie Giles?
Hattie Giles was a smart lady. She believed in keeping her children on the right track. I can remember when she was, my Uncle Andrew was the youngest son. He was about 12 years younger than my father. She always would love to try to keep him on the right track by him being the youngest son of my father, brother.
Was she tall or short?
Well, she's a tall lady. Tall, dark lady. Sure was.
All right. Now, how old were you when she died?
My grandmother?
When Hattie Giles died?
Hattie died, I was about 10 years old. And Hattie died.
All right. Okay, now your mother's parents, who were your mother's parents?
My mother's parents was a man Jack Shaw and Louisiana Shaw. That was my mother's parents.
Okay, can you tell us something about your grandfather on your mother's side? Was he short, tall, or?
Well, he was kind of medium, heavy-built man. And my grandmother was a tall, dark lady. And Louisiana. And Jack Shaw was a husband, which was my grandparents on my mother's side. And
you told me that Louisiana Shaw, when she was young, they said she had long, dark hair.
Well, she did.
And she sort of looked like a what?
Well, I said she looked like she's an Indian to me. Kind of looked like to me. Had that long hair.
Okay. And so you knew both of these persons, and you think you were about 8 years old when your grandfather died?
Yeah.
And probably about 11 or 12 when Louisiana died?
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, is it anything you want to